Okay, my name's Martin Garner, and I just want to do a big thank you for all those who made this year's Spurn Migration Festival possible. Trouble with giving thank yous is I don't know if I'll get everybody or get it right, but I'll do my best. Now this thank you isn't just from me, it's from Andy Roadhouse and me. In fact, this year I've not been able to do as much as I'd have wanted, so Andy has done an enormous amount of the fixing and the organising, and you just need to know that he's really done way more than I have. So this thank you is from Andy and me, and I want to start with the first thank you. I've got a few little props to help me out here. This guy, very rarely has he ever been filmed. He's Boo Boo, and Boo Boo was with me when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, something like that. And the thing with Boo Boo is you could never go anywhere without him. The first thank you is to Rob Adams. Rob Adams is the Boo Boo of the Migration Festival. Without Rob, the thing would just not carry off. He deals most graciously with some of the most difficult things, and he just knows everything that's happening all the time. Rob, you're like Boo Boo. And then secondly, I want to say thank you to those who do the guiding. When we started the guiding, Andy and I were guiding folks around. One of the things we really wanted to do was show people the wonders of Spurn and help them to learn new things. We've been superseded. We're not needed anymore. There is a bunch of people who walk around, take people on guided walks, showcase Spurn to them, and just do a better job than we did. An amazing job. And so what them and people like those, they're more rare than a long-toed stint. And I wish for the guiders a long-toed stint. That's the one I saw in 1982. So the guys who guide, flipping brilliant. Thank you very much. The drivers, the guys who drive the cars all day long. This has become a special feature of the Migration Festival, that you can leave your car and get taxied all over the place. And I would radio through sometimes for a lift, and you'd get 2 or 3 offers straight away. Now they're big lads, some of them a bit scary, but they just serve. And I suppose that's the other culture of the Migration Festival. We want people to come and learn, and we want them to feel as if the red carpet has been rolled out, and the drivers do that. Blokes, thank you so much. Then there's the administration, all that organising that goes on in the background before the festival. I tested it. I needed to book some tickets, and I rang up, and it was so polite and efficient and organised. All the administration, all that paperwork, and then on the day, the welcome desk as people arrive, the smile that they got, a little bit more red carpet. Thank you so much to all the guys involved in administration. Now here's a special little treat for you. I'll just pull it out here. My pinny. At the end of the Migration Festival this year, I went to say goodbye to the ladies who'd been doing all the catering all weekend, the cups of tea and the hot food. And you ladies know I couldn't say it. I got all emotional, because when I looked at you, I thought, these are the people who have served and served and served, often without any kind of recognition. And I just want to give you that now. You're the top of the tree for me, and we're so grateful for you. Hope you like me gear. That's a special little number, that one. Now then, the RNLI, Royal Naval Lifeboat Institute. Thank you guys, as people got Unimog lifts. Awesome treat that was put on down to the point. They got a tour with the RNLI. Thank you, RNLI, for supporting us and for working with us. Barry Waller, who lives locally, gave us a field so we could park all our cars. And as ever, Barry was really helpful. Thank you, Barry. Kevin Roos and Ashted Plant, who provided some of the cars that we did the taxis in. and some of the loos and facilities we needed. Guys, very, very grateful. Okay, to some of our sponsors and partners, groups and organisations that team up with us, huge thank you to them. The BTO, the British Trust for Ornithology. Look at this, you Google BTO, this comes up at the top of the list. BTO, Bird Migration. That's their gig. And to have 4 of them come on up in a black 18 van, looking all well ready for action. They've engaged with the Spurn Migration Festival fully, and we're really looking forward to working with the BTO more. Secondly, this organisation who got me this t-shirt a couple of years ago, I did a talk for them, the RSPB, and I've been involved with the RSPB to a greater or lesser extent since I was 10 years old. To have them coming to the Migration Festival and sharing what they know and helping others be inspired, flipping brilliant. Yorkshire Coast Nature, they really got it this year. They had one of the best stands, they got some of the best responses to their stand, and they led one group with 42 people in it, taking them on a wader identification walk. Yorkshire Coast Nature, thank you for full engagement at the Migration Festival. Swarovski Optic, I'm a bit of an ambassador for them, but we had Neil come from Swarovski Optic. Neil is one of the staff at Swarovski UK, and he really engaged. He had his beard, and he looked like he was ready for the wilderness. He was ready for the migration. I think next year he'll come with full camo gear, probably hiding in tunnels and stuff like that. So Neil, thank you for coming. And he didn't come and sold stuff, he come and served people. And we're going to have more of that next year with them. The other thing with Swarovski is they engaged with our new Young Birder of the Year competition and donated a very expensive pair of binoculars to the winner of the Young Birder. So Swarovski Optic fully engaged in the Young Birder and fully engaged in the Spurn Migration Festival. And then Opticron, thank you. Their representative, Chris Galvin. I come from near Liverpool, so I love listening to his accent. But not only that, I love Opticron bins, seriously. I use them for more than half of my birding time. And one of those papers that I've written, probably almost the most well-known, identification of yellow-legged gulls in Britain. Very exciting. Talks about the first Caspian gulls. And the binoculars I used for years and that we discovered Caspian gulls with were Opticron binoculars. Thank you, Opticron. Thank you, BirdNet Information. Every time I pick up my phone, BirdNet is there. They were there at the Migration Festival this year, pouring out the news. Thank you, BirdNet. Thank you, Birding Abroad. It's great to have you there. Just don't tell me about the PG tips and all the rare birds you just seen last week when you were away next time. Just come and, be nice. Thank you, Birding Abroad. Thank you, Michael Flowers Guiding. Michael, local lad, a lovely local guiding business. Helped me when I was trying to figure out guiding locally. Thank you, Michael, for coming. Thank you, Urban Campers, for coming. Thank you, NG Beers. NG Beers. Now, I did have a lovely drawing. This is not it, obviously, by Johnny Fisk that he did last year of the Wryneck. I can't find the drawing, but I did find my chocolate milkshake. When they asked me to write about being a younger person myself and going birding, it was chocolate milkshake I used to drink all the time when I was trying to travel around the country and hitchhiking as an NG beer. But these guys are much more organised than I was. And we're grateful for them also for helping us with the Young Birder of the Year competition. And then we had a great moment on the Saturday night where we put up the screen and there was probably nearly a couple hundred people in the room, and this happened. Suddenly we were on a Skype link with Bjorn Malmhagen from Falsterbo, and he was speaking live from the Falsterbo Bird Festival to all of us. Thank you, Bjorn. He was relating how they'd had 7,000 tree pipits that day passing through Falsterbo. It was a little bit gripping, but we're really excited that the observatory is now going to twin with Falsterbo, and we're hoping that Bjorn, you'll come over next year to the Spurn Migration Festival. So thanks to Bjorn for taking the time out, and I'll just take these off because that was just for the Bjorn bit. I want to thank especially the artists, Darren and Ray and Richard. Darren and Ray have been 2 years running. Darren comes along and just helps people learn how to draw. So you can see, for me, I've actually really, in real time, it's really unspectacular, but I have enjoyed thoroughly learning from him. It's really inspiring. And then Ray comes along and showcases his stuff, and it's quite good, Ray Scally's artwork. And then this year those two have put their arms around Richard Thewlis, and he's come along as a newcomer, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I got a great email from him the other day. We hope we welcome other new artists to come and be encouraged and grow in sharing their art with others. So thanks to the artists, thanks to Matt Hobbs, the Batman, who comes and takes us on late night walks to see rare migrant bats, and to Andrew Wells and John Law for their little nuggets of folk music in the middle of things, to Paul Hackett and Justin Carr, magic on the digiscoping in the barn, showing people how to take superb photographs of the swallows. Then for the lectures, it's lovely watching people running because they want to hear about little terns, or the talk about the waxwings, which I heard afterwards. Absolutely magic. People loved it. So thank you to John Malord and Richard Baines, Paul Stancliffe and Mike Pillsworth, and Peter Olker, and of course especially to Mr. Yoav Perlman for Saturday night on Israel, where migration is defined. A superb talk to a packed outhouse, and the reverberations are still being felt. So thank you guys, magic. Now to the last section. Several years ago, just to finish off, Andy Roadhouse and I had a dream, a vision that we could bring a few more people than those we'd guided so far to Spurn, so that they can experience the wonder of migration and the nature that we were already sharing with people. We never imagined we'd be watching over something like the Spurn Migration Festival, and it's only because loads and loads of people have caught the vision, caught the dream themselves, and given their time and energy to it. And it's a huge thank you to them. Each year a team delivers the festival, and this year that team included me and the Spurn Bird Observatory Trust, who just, everybody mucks in. They don't ask questions, they just do what's needed, and we're hugely grateful for them and the whole way that the observatory's going as well. The Yorkshire Wildlife Trust, I'm a big fan. I've got their t-shirts, they're in my house all over the place. That's because they've invested themselves in the Migration Festival and partnered with it, but also they've been a blessing to our family and made a difference there with our daughter. Big thanks to the people of Kilnsey who put up with an invasion each weekend once a year. Thank you if you see this, and especially to Jean, thank you for being invaded on a Friday and Saturday night in the Crown and Anchor. Almost there, without doubt, the two people whose time and energy is greater than anybody else's is Andrew and Sue Wells at Westmere Farm. We take over the whole farm, becomes the site of the Migration Festival each year. I don't quite know if they knew what they were letting themselves in for, but the culture that they have brought to it has made it a very beautiful thing. Thank you, Andrew and Sue. And then finally, to everybody who visits, I asked you this year if you would be part of making this event special by the way that we were with each other, as well as the way that we encountered nature, and you fully engaged. And so I hope that next year we can go even better more people, more learning, more discovery, and a little bit more of rolling out the red carpet for people to come and encounter one of the greatest events that people can see in the miracle of migration. That's my thank you. Hope I made it. See you next year.